What's up, guys?
Guys,
We've got Triple H here, G-Man Phoenix, and Eleni Magnetic from the community.
and welcome to episode 2 of the Kings of Sparta with the Queen.
Yeah, we're still playing around with names, guys.
What about the baby?
Oh, how can we
So
forget?
there's
There's a
three of us
special
here.
guest as well, along with Eleni, and her name is Destiny.
Destiny.
Harry found her the other day. It was meant to be. So, guys, we were talking a whole bunch earlier about all kinds of stuff, about family dynamics, about energy, about intention. What do you guys want to talk about to kick it off, yeah?
Ooh.
Because we've already been speaking quite a lot.
Yeah, let's just pick it
I'll
up.
throw one to both of you because I remember you saying, Greg, to me before that there was some topic that you were quite interesting. Do you remember? It's to do
Yep.
with the fact that. So I'll throw this question to you two, and I'll come back to me. So all of us here know that teenagers struggle for some reason or another with life, and I remember saying something to you, Greg, and you said, "Oh, that was interesting." So I'd like to know your opinions, guys. Why is it that a lot of teenagers around the world seem to be discontented, rebellious, and actually unhappy? What's going on with teenagers? Because if you think about it, as children, most of us were all right. So yeah, I'll throw a question to both of you. What's going on in the world with teenagers?
Ladies first.
All right. So I think the newer generations, the way they act, well, actually, something that I mentioned earlier, that the newer generations were pretty much an extension of our parents, of the older generations. So we're here to bring some things up to the surface through our rebellious actions and any imbalances that are created within a household are consequences of the energy within your immediate environment, and all these things are brought to our attention for us to heal.
That's a great
That's
point.
a very comprehensive
That's
answer.
my short answer.
That was deep, man. Exactly. Tying into what Harry said, we were speaking about this the other day. It's like, have you noticed when you're a child, I speak for myself, everything seems so dreamlike and easygoing. But then puberty hits, yeah, and you have all these hormonal changes and physiological changes. And then it's like, I remember my own mother said to me, Greg, when you hit puberty, when you're a teenager, your mood went down, your easygoing nature went down. And I remember you mentioned something similar to me as well. It's a hormonal kind of shift. And it's weird because kids have it rough because they go to school, they're under peer pressure, they're already targeted on all sides by the parents, like Eleni was saying, targeting with programming, the school teachers targeting with programming, and they have to deal with the shift. And it's interesting how certain elites or groups around the world target children, prepubescent kids, before they hit puberty, because they're like purity in the blood and in the health and everything.
Yeah, I mean the whole world is targeted from the day that you were actually born from here. It's the entire system set up. My answer's a bit different to you guys, and I've been listening to a lot of Eckhart Tolle, but I don't want to say one person knows more than anything, but I resonate with what Eckhart Tolle said. Eckhart Tolle said that as children, we come here in pure consciousness, and so from the age of 0 to 2, if you look at a baby, they're very conscious, right? You can see in their eyes there's no judgment, unconditional love. And as the kid goes from age 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7, and a lot of it is what you said, Greg, the way society is set up. And the way 4 is an addiction that's encouraged by behaviour.
Oh, yeah.
Egoic
Big time,
conversation
eh?
is egoic conversation, where it's the dominant, is the new norm in society. The kid learns to be kicked out of the eternal present beyond the concepts. The baby over time starts engaging in the adult world of expectation of thoughts, limitations, concepts. A tree is no longer a wondrous mystery of the unknown, an experience that can't be verbalised. It's more talked about as a thing which stops the present. Basically kicks the kid out. What I'm saying overall is, as a kid goes on from 0 to 12, and there's a slow progress decentralization of the unknown and into concepts and thought, the addiction, which all humans do, becomes normal. And then by the time the kid hits teenage years, it's almost completely gone, and it's a big shock. It's like all of a sudden you're in the world of purity, fun, in the moment consciousness, somewhat, and then as like you said, Greg, with the hormones, but yeah, you get kicked out of the present moment, and it's quite a shock to have lived there all your life, and all of a sudden, teenager, wow, here I am in the adult world, not knowing what the fuck I need to do. people telling me what to do in life, and most of all, I'm kicked out of the vibration state of consciousness that I deserve. That's really traumatizing. Which is why most teenagers are unhappy deep down. They get kicked out of the present moment.
Angst and all of that, yeah.
There's a lot of pressure
Absolutely.
on teenagers.
I felt that. I mean, like, I went through, like any one of us went through the miller. I had, bullies, frenemies, but we all do. But at the end of the day, it made us stronger too. It made us realize, hey, you know what? We're actually not made of glass. We can actually rise above any and all situations if we put our mind to it. And our hearts too.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like...
I feel like the entire purpose of existence is to return to childlike state. When everyone says that we return to childlike state, basically is let's return to the state of consciousness embodied by the child. It doesn't mean we're naive or not know things. We still use thought, but we just don't make thought the presiding, dominant, rampant thing going on in our brain. We acknowledge there's another thing behind the thought that's a bit still and quiet. Cool, just shutting up and being present and stop
Being
thinking
present,
so much.
yeah.
Something like that.
Exactly. Eleni, what was your childhood like?
My childhood?
Yeah. Sorry to put you on the spot.
It's all good. Can I talk from a distance? Am I good here? Do I need to close
should
there?
pick it
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Honestly, it was quite non-existent to a degree because it was very challenging. A lot of moving around, a lot of quarrels in the household. So yeah, it was challenging. I moved around a lot between Greece and the US, so that alone was very it was quite disrupting because I would change schools a lot and had to make new friends all over again and get adapt to the new environment and blah blah blah. But I'm grateful for all the experiences because most of the wisdom obtained throughout my life journey this far has been through real life experience, and I continue to do the work, and I'm grateful for everything that my family has provided for me, including mistakes, because they're an opportunity for me to learn from. Easier said than done.
It is.
It's actually true.
That was beautiful.
Thank
That's exactly what you said. Gratitude. Eleni touched on something so important. I think we spoke about this in the previous episode. Gratitude is really, really important, guys, because you open up possibilities. Your horizons expand, because the subconscious is always looking to confirm what you're putting in the oven. Yeah, if you put a dirty shoe in the oven and you put it on bake, you're gonna get a dirty baked oven shoe.
Stinky pie.
Exactly. So if you put something that you'd rather want to experience, like health and well-being and chilling with good people like you guys, like we're doing now, I'm really grateful to be a part of this with you guys too. And we're living in amazing times because there's so much trauma coming to the surface. You guys see this in the community, in ourselves, in our parents. How do we wrestle and deal with it as it comes up without hurting others? I think it's taking accountability and taking self-responsibility, because sometimes we're in automatic tendencies. We vomit or project out our stuff onto people without thinking. It's the unconsciousness, Witiko, that most of the world is suffering from.
How do you do it, in my opinion? The hardest thing in the world is you have to get to that place where you stop lying to yourself. Unconsciousness is you're just lying to yourself. But not on tiny things, you're lying to yourself on big things. And it becomes a habit. So you make one decision to lie to yourself about something big, and then it becomes a serious habit. Then your entire life, in your instance, when you're talking about something that's very unconscious, you just keep doing it.
Dominoes.
It's a habit of lying to yourselves, and then you actually forget what's the truth and a lie. You forget you're telling yourself a lie. At the beginning, you're lying, but it becomes a way of being, and then you literally slip into an autopilot response where,
exactly.
where you are now responding to triggers without any kind of awareness. And we all know here people that do that. It's nuts.
Yeah, we all do it. Yeah, exactly. But here's the difference. Is that we're taking responsibility now for it, guys, because I've seen you two take responsibility for it, and that's fantastic. And you inspire me as well in those ways, and we all come and meet each other for a reason, and we talk about collaboration instead of hostility, instead of exactly. If we actually work together, competition, it's
and
ego.
outshine each other.
Exactly.
And join our forces.
Yeah, exactly. Community. We were even talking about this right before the podcast. How
low vibe being yourself, but you need to cooperate with people because
Yeah.
no one knows everything. You need to collaborate because, first of all, we're all suffering equally the same. No one suffers more than anyone else. That's
Oh, you don't want to play that game, yeah, exactly.
No. And one way to
Yeah.
get into collaboration, I found for myself, is to talk to people that have had the same stories and experiences as you. Because at the very beginning, when you're suffering, you think delusionally that you're the only person that suffers. And the more, and this is another problem when you've been through a lot of trauma. A lot of trauma equals, for everybody, I'll speak for everyone, I'll speak generally. When you go through a lot of trauma, you become very selfish and you think you're the worst victim in the head. And we've all had these conscious and unconscious thoughts. So the way out of that
Absolutely.
is to actually talk to people and connect with people like yourself. And then you start sharing stories and then you go, you might not be going inside their head, but you've got empathetic skills and you can feel, do you know what? This is a fucked up situation that my friend and other people have. And it'll stop the victim mindset. When the
Yes.
victim mindset
You're not
stops,
alone. Yeah.
you start growing, you start collaborating and helping other people and sharing stories. What bonds us the most is what bonds us three the most and people that are watching this isn't the highs and peak experiences of the fun shit, it's actually the deep trauma, the universal pain that we all suffer. It's not the same instance, but we've all suffered a lot here. That's what bonds people on the higher sense.
Exactly, the human condition, yeah?
Yes.
The human condition. We're
Exactly.
trying to transmute it.
And what we also have, I agree, nice.
Yeah,
And
she
we-
seems to agree too.
She has
She's-
completely surrendered
Yeah,
the
exactly.
message.
That's cool.
Yes.
We can learn a lot, guys, from the puppy right now. She's just surrendered, like Eleni said, and it's just
She's living in the moment.
in the moment. Yes, thank you. Exactly.
But in trust, though, she's trusting us.
Yeah,
Trusting,
exactly.
like, very trusting.
Trust is so
Encourages us
important
not to
too.
trust her.
Yeah.
That brings up another interesting of safety. I think safety is something everyone watching this, including ourselves, struggle. Most of us
Yeah.
don't feel safe in our bodies, if we're being real. Most of us have been kicked out of our bodies to varying degrees. So safety, the entire process is about, in one way, coming back completely centered ground in your body because trauma's kicked you out of your body. It's pretty nuts.
Exactly.
The dog hasn't been kicked out of its body. It's learned to trust. It could just relax and be around ourselves and be 100% authentic. But we struggle all humans struggle to be truly authentic around other people because we don't even feel safe in our own bodies most of the time. So around other bodies, it's
Because we hang on, right? That's such a fascinating thing that you picked up on. Have you noticed dogs? They shake sometimes to shake off energy. They're like birds do it, dogs do it when they like shake like that.
Yeah.
Because they know intuitively, instinctually to get off the dense energies, the heavy energies.
That's
And we
a
hold
very
on.
powerful movement as well.
Yeah,
Shaking.
the shake. You do it in yoga, right? You guys do it in
Yeah,
You guys are more yogis than me.
There's a type of yoga that can do that.
Yeah.
That's absolutely for them.
It's
exercise
a
as well.
cosmic healing, I guess, energetic tool or method that you can use to shake off, to shift the energy.
Absolutely. There's so many somatic methods out there,
Humans don't do
modalities,
that.
yeah.
Humans hold on to. Oh, this is humans hold on to
Hold
trauma.
on, yes, exactly.
Clutching in the stomach, wanting, holding on,
Blocking different memories.
blocking memories.
Like this,
Most
right?
of us in the communities don't truly remember a lot of our
Exactly.
childhood. I'll speak for myself.
Yeah, I
A
mean,
lot of
it's
the
like
time's been blocked to protect myself.
we hold on, yeah, exactly, bro.
Holding on.
Like you're saying, you're holding on, yeah? Like this crystal. I don't even know what type of crystal this is.
Like you are,
Selenite.
you're holding on.
Selenite, yeah, so I'm holding the selenite, yeah? And if I hold it tightly, I don't want to hold it too tightly. But
Okay,
it's
you
not
gotta
comfortable.
You gotta be a little more gentle with this crystal.
Oh, of course, that's why I said not too tightly. But check this out. It's not comfortable, yeah? So as soon as you let go, look what happens. Relief. You feel good
You
again.
feel better than that feel that felt nasty. Right?
That felt constrictive.
That felt effort.
It felt like effort, exactly.
That is effort.
Effort, like somebody once said, is focus, is, there's nothing wrong with focus, but is when you're holding on toxically, that toxic focus, like it has to, you're trying to force something through a keyhole, you know? But when you
You're
let go,
trying to control.
it
You're trying to
opens.
control,
Exactly.
things, and that is the same as holding on.
100%. That's exactly what it is.
Can I ask you guys what you think about wanting approval?
Ah, that's a big one. Validation seeking.
Safety.
Yeah,
What do you think of that?
that's a huge one. Lenny, go for it. Because
Yeah.
let's start with you.
It's a good one. What was the question? How do I
I'll
feel?
go straight to you. What's experiences have you met people in your life that are very controlling?
Yeah.
And what you felt about these people, and if you think it's good or bad they're controlling you, and why do you think people control other people? Because I know you've experienced people in your life, whether it be family or friends, try and control you.
Yeah.
So
It's a big one.
why
I
is
was
it
very
bad?
uncontrollable as an infant.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Rebellious.
I don't like when people act very controlling because I stand in my own power to do my own thing, you know.
Gotcha.
Oops,
sorry,
guys.
guys.
So
It's
the
all good.
question is,
All
how
good.
do I manage, like, how do I deal with control or controlling behavior from others or myself?
Not so bad, right? Because it's going against what you want for your life. It's someone trying to tell you how to live your life, and you have your own life purpose, right? That's not life.
Exactly. There are different ways we can choose to go about things. So when we're trying to control a situation, yeah, it happens for different reasons, but communication is key when it comes to collaboration or when numerous people are involved. So when there's not a harmonious
Yeah, exactly.
connection,
Yeah.
then it's just yeah.
Harmony is the name of the game, isn't it? Balance. Exactly.
The harmony pendant actually now. It's fucking.
The synchronicity is bound, yeah? But you also mentioned validation seeking, Harry. That's a big one too. And, if you think about babies, right, this is a fascinating thing somebody mentioned to me, and I always thought about it since then. Like babies, we think they're innocent, and they are, but also all that crying is so manipulative too. And we're not saying, we think babies are not clever, we think they don't know much, but they're actually very in tune with what's going on. They know that they need to cry to get the validation.
They know that an emotion isn't something that's bad. An emotion that they need is an experience that is had in the moment and let go of. In other words, what human does is like, okay, so now I'm angry at this person, and now I'm going to stay angry and mad at this person. And think it in my head and not let go. So a human is very good, an adult is very good at ruminating on not just experiencing the emotion as a kid does, but just has an emotion let go. Kids will argue for two. I think you told me this.
Oh, the sandbox story. Yeah,
generally kids will just argue and have a fight in the yard, and 2 minutes later, all of a sudden they are best friends and
best friends again,
and
back to normal.
Almost, depending on the adult you talk to, that can be perceived as bad, but actually that's really high vibration because we're not meant to hold on to grudges. Yes, we're not meant to hold on to negative emotions. We are meant to experience negative emotions. There's nothing wrong with experiencing life. It's the holding on and creating egoic story. What it does is it actually solidifies and boosts our false self, our ego, our mind, our thoughts. So now you're holding entitlement of a slight that someone's done against you, which you just don't forgive, and that takes up space in your brain, your thoughts, and it makes your body, your soul heavy.
Yeah,
it's a heavy, dense energy. It keeps you trapped, and that's going to keep you accessing what we're actually meant here to do, which is to wake up to the present moment, reality, and to fully self-realize. You can't if you're holding on to. Do you know what? If you hate one person, say you loved everyone in the world, and you hated one person a lot, you're fucked. As much as if you were a Hitler or a Stalin and hated a whole nation. It doesn't matter. It's not about the quantity. Exactly. It's about the depths of hating even one.
All
person.
loving is all loving. All means all. Yeah. All for one and one for all. The three musketeers. Bro, adding to what you're saying, Harry and I were talking earlier in the car. Tune into this. This is wild. Apparently, I saw there were studies done about forgiveness, and when you forgive somebody, it's so powerful that can actually induce within them their own awakening, and you don't have to talk to them or speak to them or even see them. Just forgiving them in your heart and in your mind can set them free to the point where they have their own awakening.
Like telepathically?
Yeah, also that, and also what Harry said, Ho'oponopono.
Sending healing.
Ho'oponopono, yeah, exactly. That's amazing. Do you remember that story about the guy who sent love to all of his clients in a mental asylum?
Yes.
And he didn't even see them, guys. He didn't even look at them. He just sent love to their case studies, and all of a sudden, they healed from their trauma. They became upstanding people again. They got released back into society. It's crazy, man. Yeah, power of the mind.
This is also encouraging for us. Literally, as we go around our high consciousness and as we enter the world of the matrix or the people that we don't like, our vibration frequency is emanating to everyone. So
absolutely, we all send and receive.
By comparison to the matrix, everyone here is truly a master of letting go.
Yeah.
Most of the people watching this are black sheep. Most of these people have got training wheels of having parents or brothers and sisters done wrong to them. So
welcome. to the Black Sheep Club. Screw the Breakfast Club. This is the Black Sheep.
What I'm trying to say here is, like, there is an argument for running away and living away from the Matrix people. And my current thoughts on that is that you can do your light work wherever you are. Your vibration is always emanating out. And in fact, the ultimate test is to be slap bum in the center of the darkness, the evil, the Illuminati.
Yes, the world, yeah? Throw yourself into the world, yeah.
And then you can do the most good. Don't run away to the tropics. No, I'm joking.
Or hide behind the screen, right? Or hide behind the screen, criticizing everyone and being toxic. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Guys, this was powerful, man. I really enjoyed this podcast.
We don't have to stop. We don't have to stop. I was going to carry on. But
carry on, bro.
Yeah,
go for it.
Okay, let me think of a question. What do you guys think is going to happen? What do you think the purpose of life is? And what do you think is going to happen to you personally when you die?
Eleni, you want to take the floor?
All right. The purpose of my life is to heal myself, to activate self-love, and in hopes to inspire others to do the same, to tap into their inner source. And what was the other question? What's going to happen when I transition out of here?
To you when you die? Yeah, personal to you.
Wait, what?
What's going to happen to you?
What is going to happen to me?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the biggest test of all. I'm still working on doing my homework so I can prepare myself for this very important moment. I think, according to some of like the research I've been doing and self-exploration, I don't know if I'm supposed to follow the light. So I don't know yet.
That's a good question,
That's a good
dude.
question.
Me and Harry were talking about the light trap as well. I think David Icke even spoke about it in his book, actually called The Trap, ironically enough, about the light potentially being a recycling tunnel that your soul gets recycled back into this place to get looshed, to get fed on, yeah? Because loosh is another name for the energy, the life force energy. Bro, what do you think? All the questions you had put forth?
I don't know. The purpose of life is to fully awaken from the dream, whether that is 20 lifetimes, 100 lifetimes, or one lifetime. I know it can be done in one lifetime.
Yeah.
So that is actually the purpose of life, to fully self-realize, which means to realize that whilst you're here in this body in 3D, you are living in a dream. And none of this was ever serious. None of this was ever real, because a dream is not real. So that's the purpose of life, to realize you're a dream. Takes the pressure off life too, because you don't suffer anymore, because everyone is suffering, even us light workers, because we're playing the duality game.
Absolutely.
What was the question? What do I think is going to happen to life? Okay, so my current belief is that the white light argument is defunct and void, because unless you fully waken from the dream, you're going to keep coming back here again and again and again. So the loosh is going to have you. The white, the black light don't make no difference. It's not simple to me as a choice of yes or no. Do I follow the black light? It's not like that. It's how much work have I done here, and am I awake within the dream fully or not? Because by the way, there are levels, but you'll know when you're fully awake, because 24/7, fully awake 24/7, you won't be seeking validation or approval from everyone. You'll have inner peace. People pick up on it. Yeah. You will feel deep inner peace when you are fully awake from this dream, because there is no opposite to that. So you'll know that when you're fully awake. And I would lastly say that there are loads of people right now fully awake from the dream. It's not just Eckhart Tolle, it's not just Buddha. Yeah. There are loads of people. There's people I'm going to meet next year. There's another person on my Facebook, so I know a few. And there's people on YouTube that are doing it, so it's all is possible. Loads of people are waking up right now. It's crazy.
People we don't even know, like people we have never heard of. And answering Harry's question, the most important thing I've come across, like you and Eleni also speak of, is surrendering, letting go, letting go, letting go, letting go. That's all my focus is right now. With something like the release technique, I sound like a broke record with that technique, but it's truly helped my life, and I'm really going to tap into that now and surrender as much as I can, surrender my personality, my tendencies, my egoic imprints, everything I thought I was, everything I think the world is, until all I know is the self, with a capital S, which is you, which is Eleni, which is Puppy, which is, the so-called out there, until all I know is peace, just like you said, and then you die before you physically die. Your ego dies.
Psychedelic community has said die before you die. And yes, you can do with psychedelics, but it's only temporary. We're talking about permanent severance.
Yes, without substances needed. Within you. You can do it within, yeah.
with psychedelics, it can never be permanent. It only gives you a glimpse.
Glimpses, yeah, reference points. So that's what's awesome
that,
about psychedelics. Yeah.
When you take a hero dose on psychedelics, you are dying before you die if you take enough of it. But the truth is, you also know in the back of your mind, as you're dying before you die, you know that the psychedelic is going to wear off. So what I'm saying is, you've got like a little crutch.
Yeah.
Even though you think, basically what I'm saying is, you can hold on to something. As long as the psychedelics wear out, you can hold on to the known. But when you die before you die without that stuff, there's nothing you can hold on to. And the only way I can describe it from my little experiences when I've taken too much weed is it's like your body is in vertigo and you're falling back into nothing. You don't exist anymore. You can't hold on to nothing, and the whole you and the whole world, there's nothing there. And by the way, that's the scariest thing in the world, which is why self-realization is so hard. Because
it doesn't have to be, but I understand. Yeah, it seems hard in the beginning.
I almost feel like
once
it does
you
have
get
to
there,
be,
it feels effortless.
The final stage has to be, because you're killing what has always been known. So I disagree with you there, by the way. And
I'm not invalidating what you're saying. No. I'm saying it seems to be hard, at least in my perception, in the beginning, because you're building momentum. But once you do it, it's like riding a bike. Once you can get to ride the bike, you're like, holy shit, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was. But in the beginning, it seemed hard because you kept falling. But actually, the most powerful truth, at least what I've perceived in my own life, is the most simplest. The most powerful is the most simplest and the most easiest. But like Harry was saying, in a state of doing all the time, we're doing, efforting. We're trying to fit a sofa through a keyhole. It's quite ridiculous. What do you think about this whole thing? About, I could see you have some gems there. You did the eyebrow flick there.
Yeah, I'm processing all of these good, juicy information. Yeah.
I wonder what she has to say, mate.
You mean dying before you die?
Yes,
yeah, everything. Dying before you die, yeah. You know, Lester Levinson had to face.
And I've had a dose before, which, sorry to interrupt.
Oh no, go for it, please. We've been talking enough.
It was a bad trip, but it was life. It was an awakening experience, I can say.
Gotcha. On LSD or mushrooms?
Mushrooms, magic mushrooms.
That's a powerful one. Man.
During the pandemic, during lockdown, I held space for myself, which was quite intimidating. The first experience was amazing, and then the second experience, I had expectations, and I tried to control the journey, and then that backfired because I didn't trust the process, and I didn't prepare myself in a sacred manner to hold sacred space, to not rush in to having expectations, and it backfired, but that was also a very deep awakening experience.
I can imagine. Jeez, that's intense. So like it's going back to trying to control experiences. It backfires on us. I mean, we've all done it. I've done it, but that's great to learn from that.
The ultimate letting go is the opposite of control. See, control has many layers to that word, but control is basically non-acceptance of what actually is. What actually is in this world is God, single, not duality, and perfection. So even in duality, actually, all three of us are going to agree, even though we are asleep within the dream, in my opinion, duality is still at play. And look, we can prove that all is perfect, us three right here, right now. Because if we look at our lives, the entire, from 0 to however old we are now, for me, everything has been absolutely perfect. And I'm not just saying that as some colloquial phrase to make myself feel good. If I look at the so-called bad things that have caused me the most intense suffering in my life, they have been fucking synchronistically, amazingly perfect. I know it's the same for you two, and I know even if you deny it, it's the same for everyone here. So if I know that my entire life from up to this point has been perfect, even the so-called bad, I also know that everything is perfect. I want to feed it though. And this is the opposite of control, because everything, when you realize we're dreaming, everything is perfect. A dream is perfect. What's wrong with a dream?
Yeah, exactly.
Like everything
it's moment to moment.
Is what it is, and everything is occurring in one moment called the now moment.
No.
And because of our trauma and lack of safety and control, we're even trying to control the very moments that we talk with our friends, we're by ourselves, we're around people we don't know or do know. Even by ourselves, we're always controlling the moment.
Stagnation.
Because we don't trust the perfection of the moment, and that's the journey. Like learning to trust that the now is amazing, and then you will trip out, because the now will then become a psychedelic trip 24/7.
Exactly.
Like, you'll be like, ooh, Like, it's the unknown. The now is ever changing, and it's the unknown. If I know what this is, right? This is a concept. This is a laptop, yeah? It's the known. But if I was to mindfuck myself and trust and let go of my control and need the safety from this moment, I'd be like, okay, so this is not just a concept. This is actually something that's more, by the way, than just this. And this looks plain and boring in my conceptual form. In its real form, the actual reality of what this is more than what us three are looking right now. Yeah. It's way more. It's something that's intensely visual, stunning. It's like a psychedelic trip. It's peaceful. It's fun to look at, but it's the unknown. It's not something that I don't know how to explain it.
Bro, that made me think of, our thoughts contain things. Like we have labels for everything, like we're looking at the laptop, and I think I know what you mean. We box in things by labeling them, stifling them through identifying. Is like, an open. Is this
really a banana? No, this is a word I've given to the banana.
It's
exactly. Good point. Technically speaking. But I mean, like, it's all connected, right? The baby banana, the puppy.
This is not really a baby banana. This is way more than just two words.
Exactly.
What is that's a word to help us communicate an understanding of what this is.
It's energy.
But this is infinitely
more. Yes. Energy. Tying in to what you said.
This is vibration and energy, and this is an experience that any word can't. With words, we can't say what this is.
Like, what is the purpose of the banana?
It's all constructs, it's all constructs,
Or what?
We can share what we do.
You know what? Tying into what she said about energy. Have you guys heard of holographic reality, fractal? So check this out.
Yes.
In holographic,
Kirlian photography.
Yeah, that too. So holographic technology is you take a plate and you put two beams on it, a reference beam and something else. You reflect it off a plate to give a so-called 3D holographic image. So check this out. They've taken the holographic design of the plate, cut it into 1,000 pieces. Now they took one tiny piece, and each tiny piece is a representation of the whole. So you can even separate everything. So everything is you, man. We're the hologram experiencing itself. Yeah.
Exactly. Everything's connected.
Wild.
We are an extension of the mighty source.
When we talk,
Yes.
we're talking
to ourselves. We think we're talking to be separate bodies right now. To Harry, to Eleni, the character called Harry and Eleni and Gregory.
Also what you said,
We're
just
all
like
us.
sending someone good vibes from afar and wholesomely meaning it though.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly. You're talking to yourself, yeah. The release technique tells you
Yeah.
there's nothing out there except you and your own consciousness. It seems like there's other people there, but they're mirror reflections of what's going inside of you. How tripped out is that? That blew my mind when I came across that.
I heard a dog or something, and look at her. She woke up from that.
Oh, you
She's looking for a mama, yeah?
Yeah.
But she's already got a mama, yeah.
Guys,
wow.
I was going to say something quickly regarding...
Oh, go for it.
But I can't remember entirely. So we are talking to ourselves. I can't remember. It's all good. We can close it. I can't remember.
It was meant to
it's
be,
perfect.
yeah.
I'm trying to now control, judging myself here, I'm trying to control something that was just perfect. So there we go.
Exactly. Everything was perfect. We had a good time, guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Black Sheep Club.
Yay!
Whoop.
Thank you guys for having me. I'm honored to be here.
It's a pleasure, Eleni. Thank you for having us.
Thank
It's
you.
been an awesome time. And Puppy enjoyed it too. Do you have anything to say, Destiny? There you go.
She yawned.
She yawned.
She's like, boring.
Guys, peace out. Much love to you guys.